Right, I've received the new 2019 Aqua Marina Race, and I'm going to do a quick initial unboxing. Yes, I've opened it already. I did a live video but forgot to press save. So I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do a little, very brief comparison to the old model. The old model of the race has been around a while, and it's one of Aqua Marina's original lineup. So the new board has a lot of new technology. It's been redesigned, and it's going to be a lot better. So let's have a quick look at the old one, and then we'll get to the unboxing of the new one. Okay. So it comes in this magic backpack. So let's get into it. I'll clip it here. And out pops the board. So it's going to be big. So we're going to have to arrange it somehow. Yeah, it's massive. Right. A single cylinder high pressure pump with these boards. This has now been updated for the 2019 boards. Always make the valves undone. Let's get pumping. Okay, so this is the old Aqua Marina Race, and let's have a look at the accessories. So normally you choose a package, and then you have to get it paddled separately. All of the new boards now come with a paddle, which is fantastic news. So this is what you get with a standard. This is what you used to get with the old Aqua Marina boards. The board is packaged in a magic backpack. Has little areas for the paddle on the side, and the back of it obviously has a shoulder strap for carrying. It's, again, the idea of this backpack is that when you pumped up your board and you're off on your adventures, look, you just fold it away into a real neat, tiny arrangement, and it doesn't take up any space. A lot of the other brands of paddleboard have really big, heavy duffel bags, and what you're doing with that, if you're left on the side of the beach or on the side of the river, a lot of hassle. So this is a really good, lightweight solution. Okay, you also get, this is the old jumbo pump. It's a single cylinder high pressure pump. This is an optional extra. This is the Aqua Marina coiled leash. Being a coiled leash is ideal for race boards where you don't want the long line just getting tangled around your feet. So this keeps it out of the way. You can go on your calf, on your ankle. Attached to the back of the board, it has a swivel attachment at the front and back that stops any kinks occurring within the middle of the line. It's a thick 5mm cord, really secure attachments on the ankle and to the board itself. That's a really good leash. This is the standard Aqua Marina fin. It's a slide-in and locking fin. It's a universal sliding mechanism. All of Aqua Marina's boards have the same fin and locking and docking area. Let's now have a look at the board itself. So, real quick, it is 14 feet long and 28 inches wide. So it's a very beginner-friendly race board. Or you can use this for touring, racing, but being 14 foot, it's standard length, and there is a 14-foot race class in paddleboarding. So it's a perfect entry-level race board. Let's start at the rear of the board here. You have your inflation valve, so that's the twist lock. You push that down to deflate it, and it automatically locks, keeps the air in. keep that secure so no water gets in there. This board pumps up to a maximum of 15 psi, so that is the standard for Aqua Marina's boards. The board then has a D-ring for your leash at the back of the board. Now we come to the deck pad. So it's an EVA foam diamond cut. The deck pad is designed interestingly on this board. Doesn't go to a standard length. It sort of cuts away here. The board then has obviously a center carrying handle. It's a plastic on a nylon strap. It's pretty soft and comfortable and easy to hold. Coming to the front of the board, we now have the 4 D-rings for your cargo. A bungee. So the nose of the board here is feathering up out of the water. This allows it to be a great board for going into chop or rough sea conditions. This allows the board to go over waves and keeps driving its way forward. The only disadvantage is that you're not really utilising the entire length of the board, so really the water of the board is probably coming to here, and you're more looking at a 12-foot board rather than a full 14-foot. You're not getting the maximum length from it. But this again has been addressed in the new 2019 board. All has changed. So there's been some fantastic changes to the lineup. On the bottom of the board, if we flip it over, I don't know if you could see the shape better if I hold it like this. You can see that the nose of the board is turning up a little bit. On the rear of the board, you have the Aqua Marina logo and safety instructions. And basically, you can see that Aqua Marina have added extra layers of PVC material to stiffen the board up. And basically, it's just a little, not quite smooth, so getting a little bit of resistance in places. But this has all been changed in the new board construction, and we're going to see that in a second. That is a quick look round of the old Aqua Marina Race. Let's get to the unboxing of the 2019 Aqua Marina Race. Very excited. And we'll attempt to do a second unboxing. Right. Couldn't get it back in the box because I've taken it all apart and fitted it all together. So, let's pull it out one at a time. We have the brand new Aqua Marina pump, and it's fantastic. It's going to be able to pump the board up much quicker to around about 5 psi. At that point, you want to take this bung out, and it then has a single cylinder action, and it's much easier to pump up to high pressure. You've got the pressure gauge on top as normal, slightly more ergonomic handles, and here at the bottom you have an attachment for the hose, and that will suck air out of the board, make it much easier to fold away. So it sucks all the air out rather than to stand on the board and compress it yourself. Put that to one side. Again, love the new colour scheme. Red is going really well with this race board. You have your instructions, a few patches in case you have any damage to the board and you need to get that repaired by a professional, and a few extra washers for the pump itself. Right, all of Aqua Marina's boards now come with a lightweight leash, a fin and a paddle. So, apart from this one, of course, the Aqua Marina Race doesn't come with a paddle. Because it's more designed for racing and the intermediate to advanced paddler, they would probably want to choose their own paddle or specify the Aqua Marina Race Carbon Pro. This is a really nice, lightweight leash. It's an ankle leash, don't think it would fit on your calf. Has the Aqua Marina logo, single strap attachment, padded, no swivel points. It's a simple attachment to the back of the board. It's sort of has this plastic reinforced mesh, and then inside that there is a cable or cord. Feels very strong. Definitely wouldn't recommend it for surfing or going out in very rough conditions, but this is a good lightweight race leash. So you've got a lovely red pro paddle. So 3-piece breaks down to this. Putting it together, as you can see here, you've got lots of measurements to fine tune the height of the paddle. The paddle has a double lock mechanism at this end. We can get it in. So you unlock this, push down the locking pin, that locks into place. You then double lock it, really secure method that is. And then again, you have a simple single locking mechanism here, solid, and you have the wonderful Aqua Marina Carbon Pro. Beautiful 100% carbon blade, lovely red design with the graphics front and back. It's got a lovely rake for the paddle, really thin, and I like this fully red contrast bottom section. Double locking mechanism, so you've got a button lock and also a clasp lock here. You've got the Aqua Marina logo, front and back on the centre of the shaft, and towards the end you have a height measurements and a wonderful grip, really ergonomic design, really smooth in the hand. Fantastic paddle that is. Put that to one side. This is the new race fin and is also included in the touring packages, the new boards, touring boards. And the shape is better for stability and it's going to really improve the performance of these boards. So we will test that out, compare it to the old one. Again, it's the same docking mechanism, so it's the same universal housing for all the boards and other boards alike, with a simple pin locking system. Okay, let's remove the board from the box. So, normally the 2019 Aqua Marina boards, I believe, come with the magic backpack. I'm not 100% sure here, but I think the touring boards and the race board now come with this larger premium hold-all bag. So looking at the bag, you've got a zip, and it's like a suitcase, it sort of goes all the way around to the front here. You've got a central carry handle and areas to strap on your pump or paddle on the exterior. You have two shoulder straps, and on the other side, again, you have a large pocket and more straps. Maybe the pump fits in here or the paddle fits in here. But I believe you can probably get pump and paddle within the bag. It's quite large with another carry handle on top. So let's have a look. Let's put this to one side. Okay, so let's unzip the 2019 Aqua Marina Race. Okay, again, we've got the fantastic red finish. Got a central clasp here. Lift the board out. Put this lovely duffel bag to one side. Okay, so beneath us we have the 2018, well, it's been around for at least 5 years probably. This race board is a good race board, but Aqua Marina have produced probably a fantastic race board. So let's roll it. So, coming down to this end, we have the tail of the board, we have the D-ring for your leash, and your valve for inflating the board. This year, we can clearly see on this valve that it pumps up to 18 psi. So we're going to get a lot harder, stiffer board from this new higher pressure. The D-ring is in a slightly different position than last year, much further to the rear of the board. Last year, no tail pad. This year, tail pad. So what's important about having a tail pad on a race board is that when you're racing, you can stand up and you can work your foot back to the end of the board and know you're right at the tail of the board and you're at the perfect position for a pivot turn. Also has a little 50mm upturn, so you've got area to kick back and feel and grip the back of the board. So let's unroll. Looks longer, but we're not quite at the back. Okay, so here we have a deflated 2019 Aqua Marina Race. What can we say straight away? Looks amazing. Okay, before we inflate it, let's have a quick look round. So you have the EVA foam deck. We now have a 3/4. It goes from right at the back with the tail pad all the way up to the mid front here. So you've got plenty of area to stand either side of the handle, in the centre of the board, and a little bit of movement for stability. And if you fall over and kneel on the board, you've got this area to recover from. You've got a nice big sort of a wetsuit material handle with the Aqua Marina logo on. You've got logos all over the board. At the front of the board, you have 4 D-rings and your area for your bungee and storing your cargo and personal belongings. Right, we're going to pump the board up, if I can, in situ with the new double action pump. So we've attached this. We're going to attach the little bung, and that converts it now to double action. Open up the valve, make sure the spring is released. So that's engaging the lock mechanism. Push this in position, and bear with me while I pump this up, but it should be a lot quicker than normal. That'll do. It is incredibly warm in my house and snowing outside, so that's be enough pumping. So this is the 2019 Aqua Marina Race. I've stuck it on top of the old board so you can have a little bit of a comparison. But just by the initial looking at the board, they've really worked hard to improve the race board. So let's have a quick look at the overall features. Back of the board, you have the D-ring for your leash, your high pressure inflation valve, 18 psi max inflation, so this is going to be a lot stiffer, a lot harder than before. EVA foam deck pad with diamond cut grooves into it. Lovely and grippy, lovely and soft actually, so it's really nice on your feet. Your central carry handle, and you're going to be standing either side of the board at this point, mid of the board for most of your paddling. Front of the board you have your 4 D-rings and your area for storage and cargo. And the front of the board much more pointier. It's basically going to cut through the waves or any chop that you might encounter on open water. And being really flat, you're utilising the full 14 feet of this board, so it's going to be really fast through that water. Minimal rocker to the board, so again, nice and flat. The front of the nose of the board actually angles down, so it's real cutting through the waves and the water. The width of it is 27 inches, it's 14 feet long, and it's the standard 6 inches thick. This year it has been reinforced as a dual layer construction, drop stitch interior, loads of reinforcement on the rails, so this extra reinforcement is going to give it extra stiffness, and it's going to stop the board from flexing. Flipping the board over, put it on a side view. Here's the rear of the board. You can see here that you've got a really smooth finish to the bottom of the board, and the board tapers right to the front and then tapers back to quite a nice square edge at the rear. Having a squarer tail to the board is going to be better stability. You have the simple docking mechanism or fin housing, slides in, locks in, and at the back you've got some aerodynamic, water dynamic fin that's going to deflect water away, probably making less drag. We'll come to we'll see, we'll test it out and see what happens. You have your instructions, usual, don't take it in surf, rocky conditions, currents, don't take it anywhere dangerous. See this like cut down finish, really pointy, narrow, fast front to it. When you compare the two boards, you can really see the old boards really turned up nose, and compared to this year's real flat profile, so it's going to be a really fast, fantastic board. Here's the wonderful new race fin. We're going to slot that in. It just slides in at the back and then locks in place, just like that. So there's our quick overview of the Aqua Marina Race. I'm really super excited by this board. I'm very thankful to be a part of the Aqua Marina team, and I'm going to be racing it through the winter here and doing time trials. So we're going to see a lot of data from this board. We're going to see how fast it is, how it performs, how it handles. But being slightly narrower than last year, a much flatter profile, it's going to be faster. And it pumps up a lot more to a higher pressure. It's got more durable materials. So we're looking at a very fast 14-foot inflatable race board. Very excited. I will be doing more reviews of this board, more detailed comparisons. I'll be looking at the paddle more in a bit more detail. So thanks, stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated with all of Aqua Marina's latest technology.